Yeah, what's going on everyone, it's Lau Heat. In this video I'm showing you the process of making a beat on the Roland SP404, the OG version. And I know it's all about the Mark II now, and actually this is why I made this video and I made this beat on the original 404, because I wanted to get the Mark II. But I read that as easy and as feature-rich as it is compared to previous version when it comes to using the sequencer, it's still an SP404. So I figured I might as well learn how to do it on my original SP404 before getting the Mark II. And let me tell you, it is not easy. And if you see people that use the 404, most people say, oh, you know, I just use it for the effects, or I just use it for these live beat sets and I don't really make beats with it. Or even people who made beats with the SP404, they usually use the so-called resampling method, where they play stuff in real time and then resample it onto a free pad. And so basically bouncing it down to audio. And this is basically a kind of a destructive type of making beats, because you can't really go back and adjust things. People seem to be avoiding the pattern sequencer. And I watched a video of Samiyam. It's an old Red Bull Music Academy video or something that it's on YouTube. And so Samiyam was using the pattern sequencer for making beats.
Yeah, I wanted to just sample sounds into here, run the effects on them, and then sample them in the NP.
Right.
But I kind of started messing with the sequencer on here after that.
And I was like, man, you know what? If it's good enough for Samiyam, it's good enough for me. Let me try that pattern sequencer. And when I get the Mark II, because I will be getting it at some point definitely, subject to availability of course, I will be familiar with the general SP404 workflow and not just with the effects, as I've been using only the effects like most people. And so before getting into the actual process, let me explain why it's so weird to make beats on the SP404. First of all, the sequencer is kind of weird in terms of there is no like play or stop button. You will see how it works. And on the original 404 there is no swing. They introduced that on the 404 SX. The quantization is just hard quantized or no quantization at all. There is no quantized strength as they have on the Mark II. And so this makes sequencing a bit hard, and I used no quantization in the beat making session that I'll be showing you in a second, which made it extra hard because I think there is a bit of latency on the 404. Maybe because it streams from the compact flash card. Yes, the original 404 uses a compact flash card, not an SD card like the newer models. And or maybe it's just because the pads are not actually pads, they're more like buttons, they have this click to them. So sequencing without quantization, extra hard. Yeah, deleting notes, it's not that easy as well. You need to hold the delete button and go through the whole pattern and delete your mistakes. There are no mutes like solo muting and so forth. There is no such functionality. There are no pad mutes. There is no features for chopping samples, and I used the Koala Sampler on my iPad to chop the sample. And at that point I was asking myself, well, I might as well just have made the beat on the Koala. And this is what I will be doing soon in a beat making video on this channel. So if you're interested in seeing how I use the Koala Sampler, this video will be coming up soon. But this video is all about the SP404, the original one. And let me know if you are using the Mark II, if you have it. Drop a comment down below, let me know if it's easier for you to make beats on it, because it definitely has a lot of improvements in this area. So yeah, after this long intro, let's get right into the beat making session. So we're gonna make the beat on the SP404, but I'm gonna use the Koala Sampler and the Model D by Moog, the synth app, to record some synths. And so basically I'm gonna record all the audio as samples on the SP and sequence it on the SP404. So now we are basically in the main sample mode. So when we hit a pad, we hear a sample. To record a sequence, we need to go to pattern select, and I've got some drum samples loaded in my bank D. So I will sequence them for this beat. So we press pattern select, and in order to record a pattern, we press the record button, and then all the patterns that are empty and that we can record to are blinking. So we choose a pattern, And now that we've chosen our pattern, we need to press the record button again to start recording. But first we're going to set the length of our pattern. Press length, set it to 4 bars. It's already set actually to 4 bars. And to set up the BPM, we go to the time BPM button. And again, we use the same button, control number 2 to set the BPM. Set it to 89. So when we press the record button again, it's going to start recording, and I'm going to press it once more to go into rehearsal mode, and the display is going to say REH, which means that I can rehearse my drums before recording them. That's the way the SP works, because we don't really have a play button. Yeah, man, the sequencer on the SP is kind of weird, but once you get used to it, it's usable. So we press record, get the count in, press record once again, and now we're in rehearsal mode. So now we press record again to start recording. I'm gonna wait to the beginning of the pattern. Well, I messed it up, so when you mess up, you hold the delete button, and then you hold the patch that you want to erase. That's how you delete MIDI notes on the SP. There is no other way to do that. So I think we've done it. We deleted the keys that I just recorded. I'm gonna try once again. I got some percussion in bank E. So this sample is a bit too loud, so I go to the sample. I go out of pattern select mode, and I go to the start and end level, start, end, and level. Turn it down. So let's hear the pattern. Not too tight, but anyways, let me go to bank I now. It is empty, and I will record. I'll actually chop the sample inside Koala and record the chops in the SP and see how this workflow works. Hey yo, sorry for the interruption, but I just wanted to let you all know that I've got some Ableton live packs in the link down in the description of the video, including my SP404 effects track for Ableton. So if you don't have an SP404 or you don't want to deal with the SP404, seeing how hard it is to use for a non-SP404 person, you might as well grab that track. There's a free version, there's a paid version. Check them out down in the description of the video. And this is a great way to support the channel. But also the free way to support the channel is to just give the video a like and subscribe if you want to get more of these videos. And now let's get back into the content. So this is a sample from the beat that I made last week using Electric Mint. I just removed the drums and the bass and exported the chords and the melodic elements to chop them and make this beat here on the SP. So let's chop on the Koala. It's super easy to chop on the Koala Sampler, so of course I'm gonna make a separate video for this. But in this video we're doing it the hard way. I do this because chopping on the SP is kind of hard. You need to do the resampling thing, and yeah, it's not that easy. On the 404 SX it's a bit easier, and of course on the new Mark II, of course, much easier. But anyways, let's get out of pattern select mode and record these chops as samples. So I press record, select a slot to sample to, and I'm gonna play the sample and record it by pressing record once again. Record, pad 2. Record, pad 3. Record, pad 4. Let me trim these using the start as the starting point. So guys, I've got the chops. I'm actually gonna set them to the gate mode, all of them. So I have control as to where they end, otherwise they would overlap. There are no pad mutes on the 404, on the OG one at least. So pattern select, record. So to add some bass to this, I'm going to go to my Model D app and let's see which bass sound I'm going to use. Okay, let's record the notes. So the sample is in D minor, so I'm going to record the notes G, A, C, and D, and I'm going to even record the same notes from an octave above. I'm gonna fill these 8 pads with these notes. So here we go. Press record, choose the pad, press record again, and press the note. So I have to say, after making this beat on the 404, I felt kind of tired because it took a lot of effort. I cut out some parts, I didn't really do it so quickly. Definitely much harder to do than what I'm used to, which is Ableton Live and Maschine. So, but yeah, it was an interesting challenge. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and hope to see you in the next video.